Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. My name is Lorene Romero. I am the NACTA webinar moderator for today. Our special guest today is Adamar Adric. He is the president of the U.S. branch of our new supplier, Via Croatia. I'm very excited about hearing about his product because this is one of those products that's kind of been on my radar, and I am looking forward to hear what our friend has to say. He has been traveling a lot, and hopefully we will be able to meet him at the NACTA conference in November. So I'm going to turn the reins over to you. Looking forward to what you have to say. I want to remind everybody that this is being recorded. It will be on the NACTA website for YouTube if you would like to re-listen to this again, because I know he's going to have lots of information. Also, if you have any questions during this webinar, I encourage you to please put them in the question box, and I will have it read to him at the very end of the webinar. So I'm going to turn the reins over to you and put myself on mute so there's no background sound on my end, and I'm looking forward to hearing you. Thank you. Here we go.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Lorene, for this beautiful introduction. As Lorene already said, we are a new NACTA supplier, and we are very, very happy that we joined NACTA a couple months ago, as we already seen and we already worked with a couple of agents from NACTA who sent clients to Croatia in 2016. And now, after this webinar and after a couple of sales trips and the NACTA conference in November, we are looking to expand our network among the NACTA agents as well. So I would like to start. This presentation has a lot of pictures, a lot of images to give you an idea of Croatia and what Croatia has to offer. So let's begin with a little bit about ourselves. So we are actually an established company from Croatia. We started working in 2002. After 10 years of operation only in Europe, 2 years ago we opened the branch in the United States, and now we are actually working as a supplier, so only B2B, and we are actually selling products to Croatia, but also including countries Slovenia, Bosnia, Montenegro, Serbia, Albania, and Greece, which are also known to be eastern part of Europe, all the Balkans. A little bit what our services are: we deliver supreme professional, mostly customized tours and personal service for travelers that really expect highest level of service. When we say high level of service, we don't really necessarily think to be higher and only 5-star properties, but since we are family-owned business, we really try to keep our service to be very, very high quality, and that is giving us a lot of returning customers over the past couple of years. We also have picked all our partners, drivers and guides, and what we are special for is that we train our own guides, so we don't use guides that don't pass our tests and exams to lead our groups and FITs in Croatia. Every tour that we do, we try to adopt it to clients' preferences and wishes. As like I said, we train our guides and guarantee professional and personal service. Usually we get private tours for 2 to 4 people, but we also do larger groups and booking groups, and we do have partners that do guaranteed departures as well, so we sell these as well. Why pick us? Like I said, reliability, as we do operate in these countries for the past 13 years, and so far we had over 100,000 travelers that use our services. We do have local experience and know-how and destination knowledge that really guarantee unique local experiences at the best possible rates, exclusivity, We do have contracts with a couple restaurants and activity and service providers that no other agencies have, so only we can sell it in our product. And we do also have a very, very personal approach. For example, every traveler, every couple, every client that you send over to Croatia or any other country will get assigned an agent from our travel agency who will be in contact with them at all times and giving you live feedback on how is their travel going at all times. You don't have to question yourself if there's any issue, problems. You're always aware of where are your people, what are they doing, and how are their excursions going. Our services. We do land tours, cruises and charters, luxury rentals. When we say land tours, we do multi-days, so city to city, couple city tours. If it's a bigger group, we use our own plans or we use buses. If it's smaller group, 2 to 4 people, we use private cars. We do small and big groups, also one-day activities and excursions at each destination. Special interests such as wellness, religious, incentives, and of course FITs. Cruises and charters, we do private and small group cruises. We do have partners that own their own, I would say, small cruise ships, and we resell their products in the Adriatic. But we also have a contracted couple private yachts for, I would say, 8 to 20 people that can be catered, and they're usually coming with a private chef and the whole crew, and the itinerary is fully customized to their wishes. And we also do sailboat charters and yacht charters. Luxury rentals, including luxury resorts, luxury yachts, and villas. Destinations, like I already mentioned before, we cover Croatia, Slovenia, Montenegro, Albania, Bosnia, Macedonia, and Republic of Serbia. These are all countries used to be called the Balkans. Land tours, like I said before, multi-day land tours, private small groups, day trips and excursions, special interests, and FITs. I'm not going to be bore you too much with these. I'm going to be browsing through these and our services, and I would like to spend more time on a destination and what actually the destination has to offer. Adriatic cruises and charters, we do multi-day cruises. For private cruises, if we have a smaller group, we can charter a boat for that group, especially sailboat charters that come with private skippers, yacht charter, and day cruises and excursions. Like I said, luxury rentals as well. So these include luxury villas, luxury resorts, and exclusive services such as black car, private small plane transfers, VIP restaurant reservations, and services like that. So this is Croatia. This used to be. I'm gonna just use my mouse for a little bit. This used to be the Yugoslavia, and Yugoslavia used to be Slovenia, which is right here, Croatia, which is right here, Bosnia, Montenegro, Kosovo. This here is Serbia, right there, and this all used to be Yugoslavia, and Macedonia as well. So after 1992 and after Civil War, Croatia became independent, and this in red is Croatia with capital city of Zagreb. We are a very small country with a population of 4.2 million people. The interesting fact is that we have over 1,200 islands, which is it's a huge amount for such a small country. We have 8 national parks, 11 nature parks, 7 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and just a couple weeks ago, we got the 8th one as well. So now we have landmarks that are included in UNESCO World Heritage List. These are just a couple fun facts about Croatia that you most likely didn't know and didn't even relate to Croatia. NACTA was invented here, the mechanical pencil that we're using. Nikola Tesla, the inventor of alternating current, was actually born in Croatia. Marco Polo, the world famous traveler, was from Croatia, from island of Korčula. Parachute was invented here. The White House in Washington, D.C. was actually built in marble, brought from Croatia as well. We have inventor of the fingerprint recording system that is still being used worldwide. We do have the smallest city in the world. It's Hum. It only has around 20 people in there. Also, Zadar was voted to be the best European destination in 2015. And also, Albert Hitchcock said that Zadar has the most beautiful sunset in the world. There are just a couple fun facts that I have put together about Croatia. Maybe it's going to be much easier to market it later on. This slide is actually showing all the activities and excursions that we are able to do. We do have divided them by the themes. So we have active, food and wine, history and culture, nature and entertainment. So of course, active, we have biking tours, walking tours, kayaking, rafting, jeep, safari, fishing. We have snorkeling, diving, water sports, and sailing. In regards to food and wine, Croatia is a big food and wine destination, just as the rest of the Europe is. Everybody likes to go to Europe and try some tasty food. But why this is special to us is because along with the travel agency, we actually own our own food and wine association, which is called Krolicious. And that is giving us actually special access to many food and wine producers, which we cooperate very, very closely, and we offer many different services, including grape picking. We include food and wine tastings. We include food and wine pairings, olive tasting, truffle huntings. We also do have access to many food and wine festivals. Since we do cooperate with many, these access are usually sell tickets, but to most of them we do have complimentary access as well. And this is actually our best-selling tours are actually including food and wine tours. The next theme is history and culture. We do organize professional guides and local guides, take people to all the UNESCO sites. We have workshops there. We do have many like local activities. Also, the Croatian inland has many castles, so we take people there. They have many workshops which are taking them into the past. They're trying to, for example, we are taking them to one of the museums when you're trying to start a fire with the rocks, and you're trying to make your own souvenir, and a lot of hands-on activities are included in his history and culture. Then we are coming to the nature. We have rare species watching, including bird watching. We do have island hopping tours. We do have organized tours to all nature parks and our national parks. And then the last is, of course, entertainment. Music festivals are well spread in Croatia, especially from May until the September. So we have access to all the music festivals, to nightlife, tickets if your clients are ever interested. We do make reservations to all the restaurants for the people, and also we do have access to local farms with cooking classes and entertainment that are organized. Why visit Croatia in general? So definitely nature, culture and history, Adriatic Sea and Coastline, food and wine, active vacation and soft adventure I would add, and events. And of course, nowadays a lot of clients are double questioning all the destinations for safety. And Croatia, as of right now, is one of the most safest countries in Europe, I would say. In regards of the nature, like I mentioned before, we do have 8 spectacular national parks. We have 11 natural parks, over 1,200 spectacular islands, and many untouched and uninhabited areas with rich flora and fauna for people that are really nature lovers and like to explore these special species of flowers or birds or whatever comes to that flora and fauna in Croatia. Now I have like a couple slides and pictures of national parks. So this is National Park Kornati. It's actually the archipelago of over 100 islands. This is also National Park Kornati. This is National Park Mljet, also known to be the greenest island in Croatia. Also National Park Mljet. This is National Park Plitvice Lakes, the most famous national park in Croatia, and the only national park that is actually part of the UNESCO Heritage Site. These wooden bridges all over the park. There are actually 16 interconnected lakes with waterfalls. Absolutely gorgeous. So all of our travelers that are going to Croatia, that are coming here, are visiting this park. I don't think anybody missed it so far. This is National Park River Krka. We call it Plitvice Lakes in small. So it's also waterfalls, waters. The only difference is here you can actually swim under the waterfalls, and in National Park Plitvice the swimming is not allowed. So this is the entrance to National Park Krka River. This is National Park North Velebit. And now we are coming to culture and history. Croatia is also known as a land of urban culture. We have 8, now it's at 7. I still didn't change because it was only a couple of weeks ago, but now we do have 8 UNESCO protected sites. We are very famous for history, so medieval towns and Roman ruins, and we do have fairy-like fortresses and castles inland of the country. So this is the Diocletian Palace in Split. This is the entrance and the city walls of the Dubrovnik. Majority of people who came to Croatia before was through the cruise. So Dubrovnik was first the only port that accepted cruise ships. So most likely, if you've ever been there, that you did visit Dubrovnik, and this is Dubrovnik and the entrance, the main entrance. This is the folklore on the Stradun Street, which is the main street of Dubrovnik. This is also Dubrovnik, the old city, which is all under UNESCO protection. This is in Poreć, a Phrasin Basilic, also UNESCO site. This is Trogir, a small, very, very small city near Split. The whole city is under UNESCO protection as well. And now we are coming to the Adriatic Sea and the coastline, which is, I would say, the biggest driver of decision maker for people who are debating whether they should come to Croatia or not. So Adriatic Sea is, I was actually a couple of days ago, I was listening online and reading online, and the water from the Adriatic Sea is one of the clearest waters in the world. If we are, of course, comparing the seawater, it's very clear, specific colors, and it's very, very safe to swim. So we don't have sharks, not so many jellyfishes, so it's very, very friendly for people to come and relax on the waters. Secret bays are perfect for off the beaten path escapes, and that's why it's becoming very, very popular for honeymooners. We do private boats to hidden bays where couples then enjoy their day by themselves. We prepare champagnes, the fruits and everything, and they just have an amazing time. These are just a couple of pictures showing our coastlines and the cities and how they look like. This is just a city port. These are like boats that most of the locals have, and they're very, very specific for our areas. This is the coastline. This is the most famous beach in Croatia. It's on Island Brač. And the fun fact about this beach is that you see how the shape of this beach is straight right now, but as the wind blows, actually that shape changes as the waves are shaping the beach. So it can be turned all the way to the right, sometimes it turns all the way to the left. So you never know the actual shape of the beach, which is very, very fun. So people like that fun fact. This is also the picture of that beach. Whenever people come to Croatia, actually, they're amazed by how clear the water is, and no matter how deep it is, you can always see the bottom of the sea, which is very, very cool. Okay, now we came to active vacation. Croatia has a lot to offer in regards to the active vacation, and a couple of regions are very, very often actually featured in many U.S. magazines, especially for biking. So active vacation that we offer and Croatia offers as well is definitely biking, then water sports, including diving and snorkeling, walking tours, and in general walking on hills and mountains. We do offer canoeing and rafting, diving, like I said, and also fishing as well. So these are just some pictures from active vacations and tours that we actually did do. When it comes to biking, most of the time we take people off the beaten path because they don't want to see what most of the people are seeing, or maybe what can be read online on the internet. So a lot of people are just, when we start a tour, because they're mostly 99% we do customized tours, and our guides always customize the tour to the people that actually come to the tour that day. They just say, take me somewhere off the beaten path, and most of the time we always take different paths, as we do have many routes around each destination. This is climbing on the mountains. Speleology is also big. We do have a lot of caves and hidden caves. Canoeing on the sea is very popular. Windsurfing, we do have a couple destinations that offer windsurfing classes, or if you're doing it just for fun, there's most of destinations, there's windsurfing can be rented out, and you can ask for the instructors as well. Canoeing, rafting, this is a picture from rafting. Okay, the event. Croatia, like I said, has many events. Zagreb was the best Christmas market in the whole Europe. It was voted last year for 2015. We do have many culinary events, and of course entertainment events and music festivals year-round. So this is, I'm sure, I don't know what type of clients you have, but if you have younger population up to 35 years old that are traveling and still want to party, we do have many music festivals, and this in particular is Zrče Beach on one island that is made and organized just like Ibiza in Spain, and from beginning of June until end of August there's parties and events every day, every single day, and this is the place we would recommend for these type of travelers. This is a picture from a Christmas market in Zagreb. This is another from the party beach. This is a massacre in March. This is Christmas market again. Christmas market in Zagreb. This is a culinary show on the seacoast. This is the capital, Zagreb, during the Christmas market as well. And now this is the last point that, of course, it's a big decision maker. It's safety. Croatia in general is very safe, and we are mostly over 95% Catholic country, so with a mix, and we don't have many differences in our country, so we are not that much exposed to these outside influences like other countries are, like France and Belgium. So I would say we are very, very safe. And many times that world news or magazines or newspapers are actually launching them up with risk countries, we are most of the times not even close to being at risk at all. Most visited destinations in Croatia. I'm just going to browse through it. So this is the map. So Zagreb, it's capital, it's all the way on top. Then Pula region, where you see Pula on the map, that region is called Istria, and it's very, very famous for active vacations, aka biking, walking, jeep safaris and stuff like that, but also they're voted to be the best olive oil region in Europe in 2014. So it has a very, very good restaurants and experience. It's a very, very good destination. The National Park Plitvice, like I said, very good destination. Zadar, National Park Kornati, Trogir, Split, on the Hvar, on the Korčula, and Dubrovnik. Most of the times when agents are trying to do a booking for their clients, they ask us for the recommendations of how many days is actually needed to explore all these destinations. And well, it's very, very hard to answer those questions right away because, of course, you need a couple of days in each of these destinations to actually get the real feeling of it. But what we recommend, I know that American travelers are very, very specific and they don't have that much time to travel and they cannot get off work that often. So we suggest at least 10 to 12 days to touch point all of these destinations. So if you take 12 days, you can land in Zagreb and travel all the way down to Dubrovnik, or land in Dubrovnik and travel all the way up to Zagreb and pinpoint all of these destinations in days. So these are just the pictures of destinations that I was just mentioning are the most visited ones. So this is Zagreb. It's a very Baroque city with many Baroque buildings, as you can see from this orange building on the right. This is also Zagreb. Cathedral, very famous cathedral. Also Zagreb. This is the National Theater in the city center. From the other angle. This is Split. If you remember, this is the Diocletian Palace that is also under UNESCO protection. This is Split from the above, from the skies. This is the Diocletian Palace, the inside of it. Split. Now that you look at, it's really funny because sometimes when I show this presentation in person to somebody, they're asking me, what are these people all doing outside and are they even working or something? And that is actually true. The coffee culture in Croatia is very, very popular and very, very rich. So Croatians are big coffee drinkers, and everywhere you go, you will see these coffee shops and sitting areas. And no matter what time of the day you're actually coming there, these are going to be full. So the good question that we get is, are we even working? So yes, we do work, but we also like our coffee, and we always find time to sit down and have that good cup of coffee we do have. This is also Split. This is Zadar. This is the city with the most stunning sunset in the world, definitely. I'm not sure if in this presentation there's a couple pictures of it, but if not, make sure to look online or just shoot me an email. I will send you more pictures to our photo bank where we do have a lot of pictures of all of these destinations. Zadar as well. So this is actually, this picture is taken on one special place in Zadar where they made two structures. One structure is called greetings to the sun, and the other structure is called the sea organ. The sea organ, it's like a step with holes in it, and as the waves are splashing these holes, they're making the sound, and as the sound goes, and the greetings to the sun is like these are on the solar panel, and as the waves are hitting and the sound is actually making the rhythm, in that way these solar panels during the sunset are actually lightening up and making the light go according to the sound that these waves are making. It's very, very fun and very, very cool to see that. Dubrovnik from the skies. And of course, if you are a fan of Game of Thrones, this is the main site of Game of Thrones, Dubrovnik. Most of the shots were made in this city. Also Dubrovnik. This is Pula. Our guides got asked a couple of times the question, so why did you guys copy the Roman amphitheater? And we had to tell them that we did not copy it. This is actually second best preserved amphitheater the Romans built. So this is actually well preserved, and here people are still holding concerts, events, and stuff like that. And it's very, very worth seeing and visiting. This is the inside of it. This is also Pula, where the amphitheater is. Still Pula from the other angle. Trogir, the UNESCO protected site. National Park Plitvice. Eastern of Korčula, as you mentioned, the 10 fun facts. One of the fun facts was that Marco Polo was born there. So this is his island. This is island of Korčula still. From the other angle, this is the old city. This island is usually called Small Dubrovnik, as it also has the walls around the old city. So you can see the walls. Not as well saved as the Dubrovnik ones, but they can still be visited. And in a couple of these towers, they made the cocktail bars, the restaurant. So it's very, very cool to visit and see. This is it from the Hvar, one of the most visited islands because it has the most sunny days in whole Croatia. It has more than 300 sunny days in a year, and whatever star or famous person comes to Croatia, and they will definitely embark their yacht there as well. Everybody goes there. It's very, very famous, and I can say that now it's very upscale island with many 5-star luxury hotels, many villas to rent, and it's very upscale. National Park Kornati, we already seen that in before pictures. This is also National Park Kornati, also known as a sailing paradise, as it always has a perfect wind to sail, and it has so many islands and hidden beaches and stuff like that. So it's a very, very good destination for sailors, and every day there's thousands of boats just cruising around the islands. Still National Park Kornati. Okay, so I think this is very important for agents to know the airports in Croatia. So what we usually recommend is when we do groups or FITs or multi-city tours, we usually recommend people to land either in Zagreb or Dubrovnik. In this case, they can if they land in Dubrovnik, they can work their way up to Zagreb and fly out of Zagreb, and then if they land in Zagreb, they can work their way down and fly out of Dubrovnik. Mostly, we do Zagreb to Dubrovnik instead of going up, because in Dubrovnik, they usually stay the most, and then we also do have extensions from Dubrovnik. We can do extensions to Bosnia, Sarajevo, or Medjugorje, which is a very religious place, or we do extensions to Montenegro, Budva, and Kotor. So definitely our recommendations is to look at these two airports for the fly-in and fly-out destinations, and Pula, Zadar, and Split are very, very well connected in summer times, so from June, July, August, and half of the September. But then if we go off season, it's going to be very, very hard to find acceptable rates for flights into these destinations. This is just a couple things that we do and how do we like to present Croatia. We do food and wine tours with local chefs and with the local farm visits. We do off the beaten path active tours with locals. And private day and multi-day cruises with local staff on the coastlines. These are especially if people are not staying on the islands. If they go, now I'm going to go back. If they go to Zadar or Split, and they don't stay on the islands for the overnight, but they're actually staying at these destinations, we do one-day cruises to one of the islands with private boats. And people are just really enjoying these tours as they can enjoy the day on the boat, and they can talk to the captain to actually adopt the trip to their liking. They can swim, they can snorkel, they can visit the caves on an island and stuff like that. So these are very, very cool activities that we do with locals. These are just a couple pictures of food. All the way on the top, on the left, these are famous truffles from Istria region. If you go to the right, this is actually one of the pictures from our tours where we take people for truffle hunting with the dogs, and after that we prepare food with truffles, and of course they eat it afterwards. If we go on the row below, this is in Zagreb region. After grape picking, these are the people that actually help our tours, and they represent how it used to be done before, the grape picking and the grape making process. And this is one of the pictures from our cooking classes as well. This is a picture of local oysters. This is our small group last year in one of the local wineries. They're grape picking, and now just a couple months ago, we actually sent them the bottle of the wine that was made with grapes they picked, and we put like a label on them and their names. It was very cool. This is also the cooking class, and this is just one of the vineyards that we use for the wine activities. It's in Istria region. Off the beaten path, this is one of our guides going down on one of the routes. If you go on the right, this is our jeep safari tour in the northern part of Velebit. This is kayaking, and this is kayaking as well. These are a couple of pictures from our biking tours as well, and jeep safari if you see down below. These are day and multi-day cruises. Of course, this all the way on top is not the ship that we use, but it is just cool to put in. This is like a local guy going on his island fishing, probably. This is National Park Kornati all the way on the top on the right, and actually these down are one of the two boats that we use, and this all the way, well down on the right is the actual yacht that we use for private cruises up to 16 people. So this is the actual yacht and the boat that we use. This is that boat, for example. It takes up to 16 people for the private cruises. Just a couple bullet points why we bring in extra value as a local supplier. We do have booking support in the US and land support in all locations in Croatia. So as we are present in the US, whenever you have clients, we work with you to put the itinerary together for them, for their liking. We are also always available on the phone, and we have a free tool number to call. And then once your clients are in Croatia, they have full land support in almost all locations in Croatia. They can walk into our offices, they can call us, and they can always be in touch if they need anything change in their itinerary, if there's any issues, or they want to book additional excursion, wherever. We are always there for them. We have pre-checked all hotels and supplier and partners. We have our own trained guides. We do have exclusive and innovative excursions and itineraries. If we speak about itineraries for Croatia and neighbor countries, we have over 160 pre-done itineraries that we can share with you once you actually have interested clients. We do signature customization for your company. If you would like to have your own product and you have a feeling that you can put a group together, we can do that for you, and we can obligate ourselves not to sell it to anybody else, but that year is only for you to sell further out. We do have local knowledge. We do offer incentive opportunities for all the agents that are booking, that can guarantee 50 bookings or more per year. And like I said before, we do have Croatia's Association, which is our own food and wine association for culinary activities at the destination. And this would be it. These are our direct contacts. If you have any booking inquiries, you can send it to sales@via-croatia.com, not .com. This is a mistake. Then my direct contact is written here, toll-free number or direct number. We can be reached at all. Here's our website as well. It's www.via-croatia.com, where you will see some of the sample itineraries to get at least some inspiration about if you can sell it and what your clients would like. Now, Lorene, if we do have any further questions, I'm here and I'm happy to answer them.
Well, you did a wonderful presentation. This was great. Thank you so much. We did have a couple of questions. One of the attendees was wondering where the famous beach is actually located. It looked wonderful. So now they want to know, where do they send their clients to be there?
Okay, so most of the pictures that I was showing was that famous beach that is changing the shape. It's actually east of Brač, B-R-A-C, and it's very, very close to the capital city called Split. So it's only 45 ferry ride from Split.
Perfect. This looks like, from what I'm seeing, you have an example of a voucher.
What do you mean?
Well, what I'm looking at on your screen right now, I thought maybe you were showing a travel voucher.
No. I'm showing, this is the chat screen. I'm looking at if somebody wrote any questions on.
Other questions, they were wondering what kind of commission, when you're working with travel agents, do you pay agents?
Okay, so the starting commission that we are doing, it's 15%, and once the agent is having a concept bookings with us, we are increasing that percentage as well. It all depends on, of course, the volume of the agent. Of course. But starting commission is 15%.
Another question I have in the chat box is they were asking regarding air. Is your company able to do the air, or is this something the agent is going to have to do on the side?
We can do air as well, of course, but as of right now, mostly the agents from the United States are dealing with air themselves, but if the agents are wanting us to quote the air as well, we do have air consolidator we are working with directly, so we can offer the air as well.
Perfect, thank you. Other question that I have is, one of our listeners would love to know where to get some of the photos that you were showing. You had mentioned a media library. Is there somewhere on your website that we could direct them?
No, actually they will need to get in contact directly with me. So on my email address, and I will share the photo bank with them directly. Or there's also another way. If they go on our website, they will see a partner sign up link. They can sign up to become our partner, and once I approve the access to our system, they will have all the photos available there directly.
Okay, and I am going to put your email address for the entire, just so that way they have it on their record. So everybody who's listening right now, I just sent it through the chat box for you so that you will have his email. And of course, the web address is www.via-croatia.com.
Yes, that is correct.
Perfect, perfect. That's actually all the questions that I had on my end. I think you did an absolutely wonderful presentation. The question that came to my mind is kind of what you showed a lot of activity orientated slides. So it sounds like you were able to accommodate people who are in their 20s and 30s and very active. And then it also sounds like you have another area that for people who are less active.
Yes, we actually do. Since we are on the market for 13, 14 years, we really offer a wide range of the activities. Like you said, we do have many active activities for active people, but we also do have many activities that don't require any activities like biking and stuff like that. Like we have cooking classes, so we have many activities for foodies, including wine tastings, food pairings and stuff like that. So we do really have a wide range of activities to accommodate every traveler, I would say.
Let me see. One question just came in. How much smaller is KRKA than the Plitvice National Park? I am so sorry for any mispronunciation.
No, that's okay. I got it. Okay, so it's much smaller. To take for an example, to get around Plitvice lakes, it's going to take around 3.5 to 4 hours, and the Krka you can get around in an 1.5 to 2 hour stop. So I would say half. Plitvice it's much bigger.
Okay, perfect. I think that is all the questions. I didn't have any more. I am really glad that you joined NACTA, and it's been a pleasure to work with you. I know that you and I had to kind of restart a couple of times, but it sounds like you were traveling so much, getting the business name out there. You had mentioned that this is a family business. Do you mind talking about that just a little bit? Because I think people really love hearing kind of the history of what brought the supplier onto the training.
No, not at all, of course. Yes, we are fully family owned. So the story actually started in 2002 when my mom started the business. But mostly she was working with Europeans and bringing Europeans to Croatia. And as I finished the college, I actually went to the United States for my business degree. I've seen that there is a big opportunity in selling Croatia as a destination, so that is why we actually opened the branch there, and pretty much the whole family works in this business. My mom is the owner, me and my fiance, we are taking care of the US market. And then we have a production team that works on FITs and groups at all times. So in total, we have around 10 people working full-time, and out of 10, I would say 5 out of 10 are all from family actually running the business. So yes, we are fully family-owned and very, very proud of that.
Very nice. Well, thank you for sharing your story, and I look forward to seeing you in November. And as we're wrapping this up, I want to be able to give a quick reminder to everybody that the NACTA 2016 conference is November 3rd through 9th. The first 3 nights will be at the Westin, at the Fort Lauderdale Hotel, and then the final 3 nights are going to be on the Celebrity Infinity cruise to the Bahamas. If you'd like to go to find more information regarding this, go to NACTA.com. It is right there on the homepage. The other save the date that I want to get everybody on their calendar is September 13th through 16th, 2017. That is where we are having our national conference next year. It is going to be in Anchorage. The host hotel is the Hotel Captain Cook. And if anybody has not been to Anchorage yet in the fall, you must go. It's absolutely beautiful. NACTA has started pre-planning this way ahead so people can get it on their calendars. It's right after the tourist season. It's the beginning of fall. Absolutely gorgeous. You won't be disappointed when you go, and I hope that that Zamar, you are also able to go, because if you've not been to Anchorage yet, you really should give it a try. It's absolutely beautiful, and I know it's on a lot of people's bucket lists.
Yes, I will actually make it there. Thank you for the invite, and I would also like to thank everybody who took the time and attended this webinar, and I hope I helped to actually show you what Croatia and what we actually have to offer for this region in particular. So thank you very much for taking the time.
And thank you again. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I will send out Ramar's information tomorrow, as well as a link to the NACTA YouTube channel, where we are now posting all of our webinars for you to have available to you to see at a future time. Have a good day, everybody. Be well, and thank you for being NACTA members. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Lorraine. Bye-bye.
Bye.